So what would you say are 3 big impacts of your life of having been involved with the League of Young Professionals?
First, it reinforced the idea of reading books. I'll
How so?
tell you, the first book I read was in personal development, apart from the set books and the novels in school. For personal development, it was something called How to Influence or How to Be Successful Through Influence, Dale Carnegie. Yeah. I read that book in 1 year, a whole year. I would read 2, 3 pages, I get bored, I put it away. Another day I remember, I read a chapter 2, I get bored, I put it away. I was never consistent. And I remember in December when I went back home to my parents' place, and I was like, I can't let this year end without really finishing this book. And I put in the time and I finished reading that book. I read it in 1 year. Right now, I'm reading more books. I am more intentional in terms of reading books. I have a goal in terms of how many books do I want to read. This year, I want to read at least 6 physical books. I want to listen to 12 audiobooks. Again, when I got into the book club, I now learned that there are things called audiobooks. And I realized just by getting involved that I consume audiobooks way better than physical books. So yeah, I still do physical books, but I still do audiobooks. So that is how it has improved in terms of reading. Secondly, my communication skills. A lot of coaching from Regina Ray and Alan Aringo in terms of communication, how you present yourself. So I've really grown. If I look in terms of a presentation that I did 5 years ago or even 3 years ago, I'm not at the same level as I am right now. And another area is accountability. As we have the accountability groups in LYP that tend to keep you accountable to achieve your goals. And sometimes when we are left to our own devices, we might just play around. We might give ourselves excuses why we can't achieve, why we do this, all that. But at least with the accountability, it really reinforces that. And maybe just to add a bit on some of the impact, networking. I have come to get very many same-minded people. I got close to someone called Andrew Mutua, who we are now accountability buddies. We check on each other every week. We also met with Gladys Juma. We are very close friends, accountability partners, and we check on each other. So we formed a small mastermind group called the M's Mastermind Groups. The M's. That is, now we have Gladys, Andrew, and me, the 3 of us. M's, whole different stories. It's all about the M's, the millions, the motivation, the mastermind, the maximizing, all these M's defined inside there. So, yeah, that is accountability. But again, now build a network that we are also able to be more accountable to each other and growing that relationship. So LYP has been a great place. I will continue serving the same place, right?
And all that you've achieved up to now, you didn't learn this at school.
None of this I was taught in school.